part of PFL, and I didn't know if you've been sparring with him, and what are your thoughts of him? And maybe, hey, even you two down the road hooking it up.
Yes, me and Josh, we great friends. He's son of my head coach, Conan Silveira. Man, he's a really great trainer. He's a great wrestler, always helping each other. He's trying to help me in the wrestling. I'm always trying to help at the jiu-jitsu. We always train together. And unfortunately he couldn't make this week because he got a little injury. On the last training. But yeah, man, this guy's good. He's somebody you should looking for.
And what has it been like for you getting ready for this season, coming into this season as a champion?
Oh, brother, what a good feeling, coming here with the belt, as a champion is awesome. Looking forward to get started, I've been training since the final, since I get the belt. I've been training a lot, different camps, trying to improve all my game, all the different aspects of the game. And that's it, looking forward to the first fight.
And lastly, from me, we know Dan Lambert is big in professional wrestling, Antonio, and he's on All Elite Wrestling. And we've seen Paige Van Zant, Junior Dos Santos, and many others on the show. I'm wondering, are you ready for when Dan Lambert calls Shoeface to come with him to AEW?
Man, I don't really know, to be honest. I never really did, but if he asked me to go, for sure I would go with him. Would be a great experience for sure.
Hey, thank you. All the best this season.
Thank you, man.
Curtis.
Hi, Antonio. This is Curtis Calhoun with MMA News. How's it going, man?
Oh, great, man. How about you?
I'm doing great. Hey, quick question for you. Obviously, you've always been known for your Brazilian jiu-jitsu inside the cage, but last year we really saw you take big steps forward with your striking. How has working with guys like Junior Dos Santos and others down at ATT helped you develop that aspect of your game?
Oh, a lot, man. It's something that I trying to improve on my game, because everybody, as you said, everybody know me as a jiu-jitsu guy, but it's MMA, you need to mix it up everything, on the last month, I spent some time in Thailand too, trying to improve the kicks and everything. Train with Leo Elias, what is a great coach, form a lot of champions over there. And always trying to, as I said, always trying to improve every aspect of the game. I gotta mix it up, make it easy to take the guys to the ground and work on my jiu-jitsu, but I can't force anything. You need to make things happen, but forcing, I think, is a big mistake. And I'm trying to be good in every aspect of the game, and the holes that I see on my game was on the striking, but I feel I improved it a lot lately.
Thanks, Antonio.
Thank you.
Dave.
Hey, this is Dave here with Fight Bananas. Antonio, last fall, when you won the championship down there in South Florida, out of all the champions, to be bluntly honest, you seem so happy, organic and raw and natural, in the crowd, taking pictures with friends and family and fans. How important is it to, repeat this year and to really capture that memory and those feelings?
Oh, it's great, man. It's good to do one time, but 2 times even better, 3 times way better. So it was a great moment in my life, especially after the time that I was leaving, in the UFC. I got some injuries and loss, and come back, get good wins over the tough guys, get the belt, becoming the champion was really great, and fighting in Florida was even more special because I have all my friends and family that, cheering for me, and I could embrace them after fight, hug everybody, kiss everybody, I have a lot of friends together and I could feel the energy inside the cage.
Great Skill Wednesday. Can't wait.
Bro, I want to do my best on Wednesday. I hope you're going to see even better Antonio Carlos Jr., even better Shoeface, a better fighter, confident and looking forward to get another belt.
Breeze.
Hey, Antonio, it's Breeze with the MMA Breeze.
What's up, bro?
How you doing?
Good.
I just wanted to ask, you're way more experienced than your opponent, Delan Monte, and when speaking with him, he was fairly confident that he has what it takes to stuff your takedowns. He says he's not going to give up a takedown to you, and he says his big shots will land. He plans to KO you. What do you make of the experience difference and the assertions that he's made leading up to the fight?
I couldn't see a lot of his fights because doesn't have a lot of things on the internet, But I know he doesn't have a lot of experience in MMA, He's for sure a young guy, hungry guy, looking forward to making his name on the sport. And he's always somebody you need to be careful. But I think the experience is gonna help me out, as I said, I'm not just I'm a jiu-jitsu fighter, I'm improving in every aspect of my game. You could see the last season, I was striking against the strikers, I take down some wrestlers, that's what you could see from me. And these comes with experience, like make things happen, mix it up, using every aspect in the right time. And that's what I pretend to do on Wednesday to get a win.
Very good. Best of luck to you.
Thank you, brother.
Jonathan.
Jonathan Ramlakan, 5 Region Sports. Antonio, fighters tend to take away a lot more from losses when those occur, but you still want to take away a lot from your victories. What can you take away from your wins last season that you can use to help grow this season?
I think I get more confident, man. I was coming with like three losses in UFC, you know what I mean? All pretty close, but like even though it was a loss, some injuries and stuff. And I could get back to the wins, could back some good wins though, against tough guys. And these make me more confident, believing in the work that we've been doing on American Top Team, in everything. Going to 205 was a good decision too, I think was something that was not helping me out in the train, I feel I couldn't perform the same way that I was working on the gym. And also I was getting a lot of injuries. So last year I made a lot of good decisions, come to PFL, going for 205, and fighting against a tough guys was a great experience to make me believe in everything, that we've been working for. And on the championship, became the champion was just an incredible experience, and just make increase my confidence, and working hard for this year.
Awesome. Thank you and good luck this season.
Thank you, brother.
Jake.
Jake Foley here. How are you doing today, my friend?
How you doing, brother? I'm good. Thank you.
I'm doing great as well. I was just wondering, so after losing your last 3 UFC fights and then dominating the PFL last year, do you think there's a major skill gap between the promotions, or did you improve drastically over the last year and a half?
Not at all. I think just I think was the change that I made on my life, like going 205 was better for me. I think 185 I couldn't perform the way I want. You see a lot of guys who came from UFC and lost in his fights, and I'm talking about like big names. You can tell like Anthony Pettis, Rory McDonald, all these guys was in the top. Fabricio Verdun, all these, they're really good. So I don't think there's this gap. What I think that happened to me is going for 205 was the best decision that I made, and just coming back. I think all the losses on UFC was a pretty close fight. If you see my fight against Uriah Hall, especially, you see, I think that I won that fight. The first round was what made the difference. He won the second, I won the third, and some was a split decision. 2 referees gave to him the first round. I don't think so. I don't agree with that. But when I come here, I think that I don't know, I could do all that I want, and changing the division, I think was just makes a big difference for me.
So my follow-up question is that there seems to always be such a large pressure on a fighter to, cut that extra weight to get that advantage. Do you think that pressure comes from the actual promotion or the fighter putting it on themselves?
Sorry, can you repeat?
Yeah, so my follow-up question was just that it seems like there's always such a pressure for fighters to cut that extra weight to have an advantage. Does that pressure come from the promotion themselves or the fighter putting it on themselves to try to get that advantage?
I think the fighter put on themselves, like it's good for sure. It's good to be like the big guy in the division. This is awesome, but you need to, in some points, not gonna be good for your healthy and for your perform. Especially here on PFL, you gotta fight every 2 months. So fighting every 2 months, cutting the weight every 2 months is not an easy work, So you're not gonna have life. You need to live on the diet, and I don't think this works for me very well. You could see the difference, um, between me fighting 185 and me fighting 205. My first round was never my best round, and on the UFC 185, the first round was being my best round. I was getting tired, and for sure this is because the weight cut. I used to cut what, like 35 pounds. What is a lot for me? I used to walk around like 220, a little less maybe, 218, 220. So was a lot of weight. Some guys said they like to do that. I don't really like it. I feel I have no life. I need to do a tough diet, and I could feel the end of the camp. I was not perform the same way that I was doing in the beginning of the camp. So that was not good for me, and I was feeling way better now.
Thank you for your time. Best of luck this season.
Thank you so much, brother.
Tutor.
Hello, Antonio. This is Tudor Leonte for SureDog.com. I know that one of your closest training partners and friends is Marcus Buchecha. Did you guys train together for your fights since he's fighting this week too?
Yeah, bro. We always train together, especially in jiu-jitsu. We don't sport too much because he's a jiu-jitsu guy. You don't see. I'm not gonna see a big like jiu-jitsu guy like him. At least this season, I think I'm not gonna see it. But we always train together, and it's a bad news. But unfortunately, he's not gonna fight this week. His opponent got hurt, and looks like they need to reschedule the fight, and probably gonna be next month or so. I don't know, but yes, brother, he's my really big brother, and we always trying to help each other, train with each other and support in whatever we can.
I know that he's currently signed with another promotion. He's getting all the experience he needs in MMA. But is there any chance he will fight in the United States sooner or later?
Yeah, I hope so. I heard about ONE FC trying to come to US. I'm not sure about that. I just heard something about it. Would be great. You never know about the future, but I think he would love to, especially because he lives here. Getting the trip to to Asia is not a good trip, to be honest. Sometimes like what 12, 14 hours different is tough for us. So I think he would love to fight here for sure.
Thank you very much, and best of luck for this season.
Thank you, brother.
Johan.
Hi, Antonio. This is Johan of Tunnel Vision Sports. You've had a great PFL 2021. What is the most surprising thing you've learned about yourself, training, sparring, dieting, doing jiu-jitsu as champion, approaching this match as champion?
Um, I think was the doubt about how I would perform on 205. I thought I was too small for the division, but at the end of the season, I see that was the perfect way for me, to be honest. You know what I mean? I didn't want to like live in the tough diet or whatever, was pretty hard for me. And end of the season was more confident in myself too, because I didn't know how I was going to be, going up in the division. But I think was way better.
Well, thank you and have a great season.
Thank you, man.
Danny.
Oh, it's great, man. It's great. I didn't change much. Just the numbers got a little up on the bank account. Man, was good. It's good to know when you're gonna fight. Prepare yourself. You could do a better schedule. Preparing yourself. So I chill a little bit in Brazil, but start training right away. I didn't get hurt. I just trying to do everything that my coaches had to do. I try to improve in some different aspects of the game. I did some different camps. I was to Salvador Bahia training with Luis Doris and boxing, and then I went to Thailand, trained some Muay Thai over there, and improve some aspects of my game that I want to improve. And get back home, train at American top team, and as soon as I knew the opponent, get ready for him. But yeah, but like this off season is always good, especially my conditioning coach Lovin, because he could like prepare the training for like the right date, so was better for him too. Yeah, this was crazy, man. I think I made on UFC what I paid in tax, like this year. The thing is, I had the contract, with the Ultimate Fighter was, 10 fights, so it was a lot. I think that will happen to me. I didn't have a great manager at the time, to help me out with this, and this cost me a lot of money. Thank you so much, brother.
All right. Last question, Randall.
Hey, champ, I'm glad you mentioned Thailand because I saw your Instagram and you have to tell me what it was like playing around with those tigers.
That was great, man. It was great. It was a good experience. I always see the pictures of my friends, over there with the tigers and stuff. And I said, man, I want to do that. There's the elephants, the tigers and everything. Was what a great experience. I took a lot of pictures and videos.
Call me cliche, but do you now have the eye of the tiger going into this tournament?
I always had it. I never lost that.
Thanks a lot, champ.
Thank you, brother.
All right, Antonio, thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate
Thank
you.
you.